It's Queen on Set Haru. What's up? So I've been gone for quite some time, as many of you already know. I've been uploading though. I've been releasing old videos that you guys have not seen before. They're old Patreon videos because I'm getting ready to do another season on Patreon. So I released the last season. So I've been consistently releasing one like every other day, but I haven't given you guys a new video. So much has happened, right? I was working so hard over the summer, and then I had to go to Philadelphia for a wedding. So for the entire month of August, I was in Philadelphia. My BFF got married, and for the entire month of August, if you look in the comments, not the comment section, the community section, you will see pictures from my shenanigans in Philadelphia. So I was in Philadelphia for a month. So this is my first video in I think 2 months. I am so happy to see you guys. I have so many topics for you this season of Ask an Aquarius. I got a lot more fun things for us to do, as always. So today we have a really great question, and I'm going to read the question and then I'm going to do the introduction. Okay? So great to see you guys again. All right, so today's question is going to be, oh, okay. Several someone's asked me in the comment section, how do you win an Aquarius back? How do you get an Aquarius to return to you if you've lost them either because they ghosted or because you did something? Okay, so we're going to talk about that because this is a very common thing with Aquarius, and it's a big question that a lot of people ask me. So, in case you didn't know, I am Queen Osset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button, smack the bell that is directly next to it, and it's all these things I want you to do, right? Check out the section that's underneath this video. There's so much information there. There is everything under the sun. If you want to get in touch with me, my email is there. My Patreon page is there. Ask an Aquarius merchandise is there. There's so many cool things there. If you want to make an appointment with me to get a reading done, all that information is there. A whole bunch of information is underneath every single video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to someone else who might like it too. Also, stick around to the end of the video because at the end of the video, I'm going to read 2 comments left by subscribers and respond to them live. Okay, so it's not live, but it is on the spot. Okay, I'm on the spot, so I'm going to answer or respond to whatever their statements were. Okay, all right, guys. So I guess we're ready. Let's get started. So, how to win back your Aquarius? Okay. So Aquarius have this tendency to ghost. As you can see, I ghost my own channel. I ghost my family and friends. It's not that we like ghosting. It's just that we need to recharge sometimes so we can be at our best. And when we feel drained of our energy, we go somewhere and we usually disappear for a bit and then we come back. So if your Aquarius has ghosted, and it's one of those situations, there's nothing you have to do to win them back because they'll come back. They'll come back on their own. Many Aquarius, that's the thing. Many of us come back on our own. But let's say that you did something or there was a fight or something like that. See, this is a little bit more complicated because if you have harmed an Aquarius in any single way, it's very iffy if they're going to come back. How can you possibly get them back? Let me give you some ideas. If your Aquarius left you because of something that you know in your heart you sincerely did, the best thing you can do is leave your Aquarius a heartfelt message. And in your message, this is very important, you must indicate that you understand what it is that you did, okay? And apologize sincerely for what it was that you did. And then tell the Aquarius how you're going to make sure that this does not happen again. Because that's the thing with Aquarius, we're open to forgiveness, but we're not open to going through the same thing over and over and over again. you know? And I think this works for a lot of people. But for Aquarius, this is really important because if you do not acknowledge that you understand what the problem is, we're less likely to want to engage again because that means you're going to do it again. Okay? So that's the best thing that you can do. Leave the message. Now I'm going to tell you what not to do. Do not keep bothering the Aquarius. I have this friend. Well, she's not a friend. She never really was, but she pretended to be a friend, okay? And she's a Virgo. Some of you know about this person because I've talked about this situation before. Well, this Virgo, this friend, stole from me 40 bucks out of my apartment. So when that happened, I was like, so yeah, you're not coming back in here. I mean, I don't let people in my place anyway, and then I let you in it and you steal something, like you won't be back, boo boo. So that was the end for me. So 3 years later, she's still calling periodically to try to apologize. And I'm like, I'm not mad at you. You don't need to apologize. I'm just not letting you back in my space to steal something else. Period, point blank. So my thing was, stop calling me. So I was very polite for about 3 years. Whenever she called, I would just hang up on her. That was about as polite as I could possibly be. And the last time she called, I snapped. I snapped like a crispy pretzel, okay? Because I was like, yo, didn't I tell you? I went off, guys. And I didn't feel bad about it because for 3 years, I had patiently hung up on her. Okay? If I hang up on you for 3 years and you keep calling me, eventually, and some people it's not even going to take 3 years. But for me, I'm a little bit more patient than others, maybe in that way. So bottom line is that you knew from me hanging up on you, I didn't want to talk to you. Why do you keep calling me? So finally, I just snapped. I got tired of being polite about it, and I snapped. So my thing is that don't harass the Aquarius. If your Aquarius is not speaking to you and you drop them that one message to let them know that you're sorry and blah blah skipping a third, that's it. Do not keep bothering the Aquarius because I'm going to tell you something. The more you contact the Aquarius who doesn't want to speak to you, the more angry the Aquarius who doesn't want to speak to you gets. So you're messing up your own goal here. If your goal is to get them to talk to you and you're making them matter, you're prolonging the amount of time it's going to take for them to stop being angry with you. Okay? And a lot of Aquarius, when they stop being angry with you, will contact you if that happens. It's not always going to happen. It really is a gamble because if you drop them that message and back off, they may stop being angry in a couple weeks, a couple of months, a couple of years. They may come back around and they may actually talk to you. So you never really know. Some Aquarius will never come back. That's why I called it a gamble. Because I've talked to Aquarius in the comment section, and they've told me that by the time they walk away from a person, they are so fed up with that person that they're not coming back. That's it. And then I know other Aquarius, like myself, who are revolving door Aquariuses. We will be back. If we stop being upset with you, if we stop being angry with you, if the infraction wasn't that bad, we will be back. The revolving door Aquarius. Okay? Now, like I said before, the when is the question. I have a friend that I recently got back in contact with. I contacted my friend, and it had been 10 years, literally. Okay, and one day I had a dream about this friend, and I just contacted this friend out of the clear blue sky. 10 years, I pop back up. Bam, what you doing? Okay, and Aquarius are funny because we come back like nothing happened. Like, what's up? You've been gone for 20 years. Where was you at? So you never know if and when the Aquarius will come back. But it is, for half of us at least, a really good possibility. But you have to let the Aquarius do it on their own. And this is where a lot of people mess up, in my opinion. I'll give you an example. I was talking to a Taurus the other day, okay? And her Aquarius and her had a little tiff, all right? And it wasn't a bad infraction. It was just an argument over values and where they saw the relationship going and that kind of thing. So the Aquarius dipped. The Aquarius just stopped responding to her, stopped sending her messages. And as soon as this happened, she said to me that she started to call the Aquarius. She called the Aquarius several times, text the Aquarius a few times, emailed the Aquarius, and I was like, see, you overkilling it. It only took one message. The Aquarius saw your message. That's all it took. You didn't have to go in like that. Aquarius do not like that. And if we're mad, that's going to make us madder. You see, your idea is to get the Aquarius to stop being angry. So you drop it, you say what you got to say, and you move on. Okay? So if your Aquarius has ghosted you, or if your Aquarius has stopped speaking to you because of a fight, that's all you have to do. And then you have to back off. And you have to understand that yes, they might never come back. It depends on how angry they are with you. And you have to give them the space to do it on their own. If you can do that, they may come back one day. If you can't do that, you're going to push them so far away that it's not even going to be a possibility. Okay? So that's my advice if you've unfortunately lost your Aquarius and you want to win them back. All right, so now we're going to read some comments from the comment section. Don't forget, please leave us positive comments in the comment section. We only respond to positive comments around here. We're not playing games on Ask an Aquarius, okay? We're keeping it positive and we're keeping it fun. So this is coming from Sun 11 Shine. She said, or he said, I can't tell which one, dang, I wasn't really interested in watching a video about them, but this is actually really interesting. I learned something very helpful when it comes to my own emotional issues. That's really cool. One thing about me, I don't know how many videos you've watched, but I'm really into emotional healing. I'm really into self-help therapy. I'm really into that. So I definitely recommend that. Edwina London. Hey, Edwina. Speaking of which, my doll here, her name is Edwina. I named her after my friend. This is Edwina, and this is Aubrey. All right, let's see what Edwina said. Edwina said, as an Aquarius, have never dated a Libra. Okay, cool, okay. However, my best friend is one, and I trust her wholeheartedly. I'm going to tell you something about Libras. The best relationships I've ever had have been with Libras. Okay? The most interesting, the most fulfilling relationships have been with Libras. Now, Libra is a sign that has some issues. If you know Libras, you know what I'm talking about. When they're unbalanced, they're impossible to work with. They have to be emotionally healthy, or at least working on their emotional health, because an imbalanced Libra will drive you crazy. I guess an imbalanced anything will drive you crazy, but really, I've seen some that were imbalanced and I couldn't even be friendly with them. It was just the relationship and the behavior was just so bizarre, you know. But a balanced Libra, or a Libra who's trying to maintain their balance, is a really amazing person. They are very respectful. They treat people well. Some people even complain because they say Libra treats everybody well, and you know they want to be special. You know, they treat everybody like that. You know, Libras can be charismatic, very much so. I just found them to be real sweethearts, but everybody doesn't agree because, like I said before, if you meet the dark side of of any sign, you're gonna be like, ugh. And Libra's dark side is kind of ugly. It is kind of ugly, you know, but I really do enjoy them. And for Aquarius, especially Aquarius who have a lot of air and fire, Libras are really good matches, you know. But compatibility is based on more than just your sun sign. It's based on a number of different things. So Aquarius can be compatible with other Aquarius sometimes, Libras sometimes, Geminis sometimes, Aries sometimes, Virgo sometimes. So it depends on the whole chart. You can't just say this person's a Libra and this person's an Aquarius, so they're going to get along. That's not going to work. You have to look at their chart. Where is their moon sign? Where is their rising sign? Where are their other placements? This is all important, because if you're a Libra and your placements are in a janky kind of way, you might not get along with an Aquarius because of where your other placements are. So if you're into astrology, you have to really recognize that. And I see a lot of people talk about this online because they'll come into a chat room, for example, and say, my boyfriend is a Scorpio and I'm a Pisces. Will we get along? And then everybody starts giving their 2 cents about Pisces and Scorpio. But the truth is, none of that is relevant because you have to look at their individual charts. So if you really want to use astrology for compatibility, you got to take it all the way. All right. All right, guys. So it's time for us to get going. And I will see you guys in a couple moments. I'm getting ready to record some more videos. So it's good to be back. See you later. Come back soon.